Hi everyone. With me being away for my birthday in Amsterdam last week and my illness since I've come back, I haven't had a chance to talk about the fact that we've got a new Prime Minister. I know, 140,000 members of the Conservative Party got to choose our new Prime Minister. 140,000, mostly white, mostly over 55, mostly rich, mostly definitely rich, mostly men got to choose who our next Prime Minister going to be for the next few years. You know, I find it hilarious that this same government for the last couple of years have been pointing fingers at Venezuela, saying to Venezuela, your elections, scam elections, your elections are illegitimate. For the last few years, they've been pointing fingers at Syria and saying the same thing about Assad. They'd be saying the same thing about Putin in Russia. At least they have elections. You know, we don't even have them over here. We just, can you imagine the outrage in Western media if 140,000 rich people in Russia got to choose who was going to be their next president? Can you imagine the outrage in the media over here and in Western media? Honestly, Vladimir Putin must look at the United Kingdom right now and just think, how the hell did they get away with it? How? He would love to be able to have that much just power over things. Anyway, right now, as I say, we've got Boris Johnson as our Prime Minister. So in America, they have the leader of their country. The leader of their country is the ex-host of The Celebrity Apprentice. And over here, the leader of our country is the ex-host of Have I Got News for You? These are strange times we're living in. What's even stranger is, since he's become Prime Minister, the Tories have gone up in the polls by 9 points. Now, I'm not one who pays too much attention to polls. I think they're there more to manufacture opinion than they are to inform it. However, there has been a bit of a Boris bounce, as they're saying over and over in the media, which is driving me crazy. And I know a couple of people who have said that they are going to support Boris Johnson in the future. Which, it's insane to me because I happen to know those people, and one of them is unemployed and the other one definitely is not rich. So it boggles the mind, but it just shows you how uninformed the public are if they listen to the mainstream media in this country. Boris Johnson is a populist. He's not your friend. He's certainly not the sort of person who's going to stick up for the working class. So if the working class are going to vote for him, then there's a serious problem. This is who Boris Johnson serves. He doesn't serve you. He serves the bankers and the rich. Take a listen. This is an answer to a question that he gave in the run-up to this duel between him and Jamie Hunt as to who was going to become Prime Minister. He was asked questions about once saying F business and how he would respond to that. Listen to what he said.
I can't think of any other politician, even conservative politician, who, from the crash of 2008 onwards, actually stuck up for the bankers. Can you think of anybody who stuck up for the bankers as much as I did? I defended them day in, day out against those who frankly wanted to hang them from the nearest.
What did you mean by that?
Why would they want to? What did he say? Hang them from the nearest lamppost? Why would the people of the country want to hang bankers from a lamppost, Boris? Is it because they crashed the economy because of their greed by creating this, derivatives market and subprime mortgages market that they all made out like bandits and made fortunes doing, which crashed the world economy? They got to keep all of that money, by the way. And the money that was given to the banks to replace the money they lost, all the money that they made doing this, they get to keep. But when they crashed the economy, it was the poor that bailed them out with a decade of punishing austerity that has caused 140,000 lives at least. Deaths. 140,000 deaths at least. Since. And Boris is sticking up for the bankers. That's who Boris serves. He doesn't serve you. He's not serving what's in the best interests of the people in this country. He's serving what's the best interests of those 140,000 members of the Conservative Party and the bankers and the business. And that's it. He doesn't care about you and he doesn't care about me. So for those people that have decided to say, oh, I'm going to back Boris and their working class, I want to say something to you. What he's doing right now is populism. It's fake populism. And we've seen it before, quite recently. We saw it in America with Donald Trump. They're very similar. What he's doing right now, Boris Johnson, is very, very similar to what Donald Trump was doing in the run-up to the 2016 election. Look, 20,000 cops. He said we're going to put 20,000 cops back on the streets because they've cut 22,000 since 2010. So even the 20,000 is not going to get back to 2010 levels. However, what they don't tell you in that, well, what he didn't tell you in that was there's not enough police stations now to house them because they've closed them and sold them off. This is the Tory party and the Tory government. That's what they do. They sell off public property. He's promised, a high-speed Leeds to Manchester rail route, HS3, because HS2 was such a roaring success. But no, absolutely no interest in doing that whatsoever. But the BBC just repeat it as if it's going to happen. And then Boris Johnson heads to Scotland, this is recently, to deliver a £300 million pledge to, invest in the economy up there, to, build the bridges and help the ties that bind us in the United Kingdom. It's populism, is what it is. Fake populism. Donald Trump did it in 2016, and this guy's doing it right now. And the reason he's doing it, I think, because he's on an election footing. He's posting hundreds of Facebook ads to test campaign messages. It's called split testing, doing various variations on the same ads. It's called split testing to find out which one's got the best click-through rate and etc. Because they're going to be going for an election by the look of it. £100 million no-deal PR campaign as well. It looks to me like he's going to call an election. I would say it's probably going to be in November, middle of November, because in the 6 weeks run-up, there is no government. So therefore, we'll be leaving the EU on the 31st of October. By default, there won't be any government in place. Now, there's speculation as to whether that can happen or not, but it certainly seems to me like he's heading us down that road towards no deal. And it certainly seems to me like he's heading towards a general election, and he's preparing for that. All I'll say to you is if you're working class or you're on less than, £50,000 a year, voting for Boris is a complete no-no. It really is. You'll be voting against your best interests. And what worries me more is if you vote for the Brexit party, that pretty much is guaranteeing that you're going to have a coalition between Brexit and Boris. The future of this country does not look good, does it? Well, I'll be here and I'll be trying to guide you through it and try to keep everybody upbeat about it. Let's hope that if this election does happen, there's a major shake-up in this country. I think it's going to take a massive, massive movement from the grassroots and a massive movement of people to change the direction of this country. And I'm worried that it's not going to happen because I'm worried that people are falling for crap like this. These promises. Because they did in America, and the media over here are just as dumbed down. It could very well work. My worry, anyway. I'll keep you all informed, and I'll try and keep upbeat. Thanks very much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. And please click through to the website. Find out ways you can support me. Independent media cannot do this without your support. And it's vital that we get it. $1, a pound, £2 a month. Every little bit helps. Really do appreciate it. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time. Peace. Take care.